Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Top Rope Podcast. Yeah, woo! What do we want to talk about? This is our best of the week. We're talking Raw, we're talking NXT, Dynamite, TNA, and SmackDown, Monday through Friday, and then we record at 2:30 in the morning. I'm going to try that out, not wait till Sunday or Monday. I'm going to try that out, guys. Get right to it and talking about the best of the week. We'll have these up for you on Saturday. Please, if you would, be ever so kind to hit the thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, all that good jazz as we try to continue to grow the channel. Much obliged. We'll see how these things go. Work our way through this, if this is how I want to go moving forward. Or maybe we try to do an early Saturday afternoon. But man, I'm a night owl. This is what time I'm up. About what time I'm winding down, usually. But hey, it's fresh in the mind. My mind might not be the freshest, but wrestling from the week is fresh in mind. So here's how we roll on the Top Rope Podcast. I'm going to run through the shows rather quickly. Try to anyways. We may get sidetracked at points, go off talking about different storylines and predictions and all that stuff. And then once I get to the end of the show, give you my best of that show. And then once we get through all the shows, then I will give you my best of the week, top matches, top promos, and top moments. If we have time, no promises, but if we have time, we'll do our men's, women's, tag teams, factions, top 10s of the week, current standings. They fluctuate throughout the week. I'm going up and down as I watch the shows throughout the week. Who's popping off for me? Who do I like the best, but who's getting pushed the most? Who are the champions? What stories we're telling? All that stuff factors in to the TRP rankings. That's how we roll for the best of the week. Let's get right to it. Monday Night Raw. I absolutely love them showing everybody as they were arriving at the arena. Then there's, I guess everybody was, I don't know if it was taped. They didn't really say it was taped. But you could tell, I think it was, they didn't put the times up or anything. But they were saying, oh, these are people arriving at the arena. Oh, and here's Bronson Reed arriving now at the arena. And we see Seth freaking Rollins run up, hit him from behind, and attack him. Security tried to break it up, but Rollins busts through, makes his way to the ring. He calls out Bronson Reed. Well, I mean, that's all fine and dandy. I'm liking it, but that was a little bit weird. I'm not going to lie. Why wouldn't he just keep attacking him? And then you fight out into the arena. Would have probably been how I booked it, but it was interesting the way they did it with Seth going out there and calling for Mike. I guess a way to get the crowd popping a little bit, but because they didn't, they were just watching on the Videotron just like everybody else, the attack on the back. But it's like, man, if it works its way into the arena, I just feel like that could have been just as big of a pop. So just a little bit weird, just illogical, a little bit illogical that he wouldn't just keep attacking him and would come out after attacking him and call him out. But honestly, I didn't mind it. I really love this opening segment. I'm into Seth Rollins and Bronson Reed. This is the kind of story that can elevate Reed to that next level and increase his star power. And man, Reed, we've seen it week after week, time after time, with Bronson Reed manhandling security. And you can even go back to his feud with Braun Strowman, and you could say, well, these brawls are just, there's too many of them. That's the same thing we saw against Braun Strowman, and now it's the same thing with Seth Rollins. Well, Rollins has something to be pissed off about with Bronson Reed. There's that personal animosity towards them, with Reed putting Rollins out and Rollins come back wanting a piece of Reed's behind. So I get the brawling, and it's working so far for me. Now, if they come out and do the same thing next week, am I going to be like, okay, well, we've seen that last week? Yeah, the brawls and stuff may have run its course, but again, this is a personal feud between two guys that despise one another. So I get it, man. I get it. And Reed manhandling security, it was believable once again. Like I said before, some people out there, they're fighting security, they busted security. It's like, oh, come on, man. Those three guys could hold back this guy. He's not even 200 pounds. Bronson Reed's a big boy, though. He busts through. He makes it look good. Makes it look real. Reed going for the tsunami splash on Seth on the announce table. He misses, and pieces of the table go flying everywhere. It's become passe. It's just one of those things going through the table. Like, you got to do something crazy and cool. If you slam them through it, like, it's always going to get that pop for me. Just because, it's just one of those things that's synonymous with professional wrestlings. And, people going through tables, especially like just regular tables. Boom, pop. Like, sometimes whenever they hit the announce table, though, it is kind of a little bit like, okay, it just kind of folds down into pieces. Boy, oh boy. Not when Bronson Reed went splashed himself. He just splashed the table. And the table went splash because the sides of it pieces are going flying up. It's only going to go into like 3 or 4 pieces or whatever, but the whole side of the announce table went flying into the air. I loved it. I popped big time. Crowd chants, holy shit, rightfully so. And that was a hot way to start the show. A-. Moving on. Yeah, we're going to get slap happy as we go throughout this thing. So it's going to be what it is going to be. See if it's going to be 3. It's going to be 3 a.m. by the time I get this done. So I don't know. I'm dedicated to this thing, though, guys. I want to see it grow. I want to see it pop off. I think I got some good thoughts on wrestling, and I know you guys do too. So please let me know in the comments. Hit that thumbs up. Hit me the old subscribe if you do oblige. Next up, Monday Night Raw, R-Truth helping New Day advance in the Tag Team #1 Contenders Tournament, but then it gets attacked by The Miz and the Final Testament. Xavier holding Kofi back. We've seen this kind of play out before. Well, before he went to the ring, Kofi did. Not this time. Lights go out, and finally, they are back. The Wyatt Six, Nikki Cross on the top, and Gacy and Rowan and Loomis on the outside. No masks. No masks. Clearly, they're not doing that. Like, maybe when they come out for their entrances, perhaps, but looks like they're not doing that. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I dislike it. Like, I do like the realism of it, because yes, they're guys and everything, but then why is Uncle Howdy? Why are we not just seeing Bo Dallas out there? It's Uncle Howdy. It's Uncle Howdy. Like, I want to see a good mix. Play into the characters, play into the mystique, but yet let them also be men. We'll get more thoughts on the Wyatt Six, maybe in a moment, maybe once we get to the TRP factions. Probably should just do it now because I'm not sure I'll get to the factions. But if I don't, check out thetopropepodcast.com for all the rankings. Honestly, it may be Sunday, Monday before I get to them. I'm going to try to get those up on Saturdays as well, though. Say a little prayer for me. Say a little prayer for me. I do a lot. I do a lot. Well, I'll be honest with you. I bought the new NHL 25. I got to watch SmackDown. I'm working, but then I get off work. Got to watch SmackDown. Usually get done watching SmackDown about midnight. But that new NHL game's popping off. So that's why we're recording this thing at 2:39 a.m. But I do a lot of other stuff. I do a lot of other stuff as well. Well, hopefully we'll get that rankings up, but where were we now? Yes, the Wyatt Six. Miz hiding in the middle of the ring as the rest of the guys brawl throughout, and gals, brawl throughout the crowd. And Uncle Howdy sneaking up on the Miz to a huge pop. And Paul Ellering, he saved the Miz, man. Interesting development there. I think that will play into the Miz maybe joining the final. Maybe he's their new leader. What a weird, shocking thing that would be. But Miz is a heel again, but I don't know. I really can't see him leading the Final Testament, but Maybe that's what they need to save the Final Testament, but Karrion Kross is supposed to be their leader, you know, and I don't know. Maybe this feud helps the Final Testament. I liked it. I liked Ellering saving The Miz. Ellering gets the mandible claws. I like it, but I want to love it. And I just don't yet. But again, maybe this is a rivalry will be better than the one with American Made, which wasn't terrible. It just wasn't popping off. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it helps both factions. Going B+ for that. Women's tag match, Damage Control, Liv and Raquel. Into the DQ, Lash and Jakara. The Meta Girl. Liking the Meta Girl so far. Rhea Ripley comes out. Lash and Jakara leave. Rhea getting the best of Raquel. Then Dominic comes to save Liv. He gets pulled in. Then Liv and Raquel save him. This is good. It's a good job getting a lot of people involved. You know, Raw's gone from 3 to 2 hours now. So good job getting everybody in. Getting them a little TV time. But not a lot of advancement in the story. I'm going B-. Backstage, Seth and Bronson. Braun a little bit more. Didn't get enough to start off the show. We're going to go at it a little more, baby. And they did. Adam Pearce comes in, stops it. Says, if you guys just settle down, I'm going to give you a match. And it's going to be a Crown Jewel. Sign me up. I'm so happy that this match, I mean, this could have easily been, all right, we're fighting next week on Raw. We're fighting 2 weeks on Raw. Whenever on Raw. But they're saying, well, we obviously know Seth Rollins is pay-per-view worthy, and they're saying Bronson Reed, hey, yes, sir, you deserve a pay-per-view match. I'm down for it. I liking me some Bronson Reed. And I don't know, I'm not going to give a prediction yet, though. You're going to have to watch a prediction show for Crown Jewel. That'll be out week of Crown Jewel. Looking at a Tuesday, maybe a Thursday on getting that out. We'll see. Did I grade that? We won't grade the backstage. Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio. LWO advancing over American Made in the tag team #1 contenders tournament. I believe, if I do recall. Dragon Lee shined, man. He sure did. He shined, you know, when Rey Mysterio called him the future Lucha Libre, maybe, I have no idea, 3, 4, 5, maybe a year ago. 3, 4, 5 months to a year ago. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I'm not necessarily believe it quite yet, but I can maybe see what Rey Mysterio said, because Dragon Lee definitely did a nice job here, and he's popping a little bit. Pure wrestling-wise, this was match of the night, going B. Gunther and Damian Priest backstage. Priest says he'll be waiting when Gunther gets done at Crown Jewel. This was simple but effective, going B-. That brings us to the main event of Monday Night Raw. Intercontinental Championship on the line. Jey Uso, yeet, yeet, versus where my dog's at. Braun Breaker. It was kind of strange that backstage Breaker was asking if there were any dogs in Philly. A little bit before that, I'm starting to think, okay, is he back to being a babyface after attacking Uso and others before? After he had shook his hand before that? What's going on? Too much flip-flopping for Braun. I think they got to be careful with that. I don't want to get him caught in between, man. Pick one. Pick one. We see what happens in AEW when they don't pick one. Stories don't advance, doesn't pop as hard as it should with the classic good and evil. I get it. Some guys are going to be in between, but it just seemed like they were kind of clearly trying to make him a heel but they were trying to sell it off on commentary. Forget exactly what they were saying. You know, I guess Braun felt disrespected, something, yada, yada, yeah. But, yeah, got to be careful. Got to be careful getting Breaker caught in between. And with the way he won this match, if he is going to be a babyface, like he got help, so it seems like it would be a heel. But if he's going to be a babyface, like it was kind of a, getting help to win the match, I don't know. I think that this IC title match, I got it. Go to Netflix, please. Don't give me any commercials. No picture-in-picture. Just hopefully they're probably going to. I wouldn't be surprised because they want to make it a dinero. Mucho dinero. I wouldn't be surprised if we still have commercials on Netflix, but this match, case in point, why I would like to not see many commercials, because I thought the 2 commercial breaks hurt it. But then Solo and Jacob Fatu come down to the first row. Jay chirping with them for a minute. Braun takes advantage, and Tongaloa try getting involved. They get super kicked for it. Solo says he's trying to help Jay win. Breaker accidentally spears Solo. Fatu and Breaker face to face outside the ring. My goodness, how about that moment? I forgot to add it to my favorite moments of the week list. Maybe I'll remember and we'll throw it in there somewhere, but if not, I'm putting it in there right now. Because, my man, oh man, the crowd popped hard for it. I think if it would have been in the ring first time these guys come together face to face, it would have popped even louder, but it totally made sense for what was going on. I loved it. Jay dives on them both. This is awesome chance. Uso splash gets blocked, but Jay hits a spear splash, and Braun kicked out. Oh my, absolutely excellent false finish. And this was just very good. I'm trying to scroll down here in my notes. It was great. Where was he at? The ref. The only thing here after that was the ref barely had his back turned, supposedly concerned with Pierce going out there and kicking everybody out. But the ref should have saw Fatu interfere. It just wasn't believable. The match was definitely overbooked, but it made total sense for the story. And yeah, with the help of the Bloodline, Braun Breaker gets back the Intercontinental Championship. I believe he had it for 27 days before. Then Jay had it for like 50-something. So give it back to Braun. And I know people might be like, well, flip-flopping the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, before Gunther, it happened quite a bit. We've seen several short title runs. I don't mind it because it plays perfectly into the story, man. It does. It's not bad. Jay is definitely joining up with Roman and Jimmy now because the Bloodline cost him that IC title. We'll get to more of what happened on SmackDown coming up. But, I don't know. Like I said, though, what's to say about Braun? I mean, sure, he won. He won it back. But he didn't get it done clean. I think we heard some boos. Is he going back to a heel now, or is he going to be caught in the middle? I don't know about all that. But overall, advancing the story, going a B. And best of all, the main event, Wyatt 6 return. And Seth and Reed brawl to start the show. Overall grade for Raw, I'm going B. Side notes, Samantha Irvin got another job, I guess. She gone. That sucks. She was awesome. Lillian Garcia's back, though, so that'll be just fine. She was a little bit shaky, Garcia was. Screwed up just a bit in that first match, but did a great job for the main event. I don't know, who you guys got? Easy pick, would be like, oh man, Lillian Garcia was great, phenomenal. I think she had a longer run the first time than Samantha Irvin did, but I tell you, I really, really, really love me some Samantha Irvin doing the introductions. Good stuff. NXT coming up next. Alrighty then, we're going to move on to NXT. It's now Saturday afternoon though. It's trying to keep the video going from late last night, but had some technical difficulties. So we had to move ahead in the broadcast from Friday night to Saturday afternoon. Still going to try to get these things up on Saturday. I will not be deterred. So let's keep rolling, baby. NXT best of. Not going to go through the whole show. Just give you the best of here. Oba Femi wreaking havoc, slamming the Don through the ladder before their title match this weekend at Halloween Havoc. Giving that a B+. Zarya showing up for the first time. I have no idea who that is, to be totally honest with you. But I thought she had a cool little package thing going on. Stood out there. Maybe she can wrestle. Maybe she'd be good on promos. Or maybe she'll just be another girl that comes in and can barely speak English. I don't know. We'll see. Giving that a B. Women's tag team main event. Vakor and Julia defeat Fatal Influence, going B. And the Trick and Ethan Page promo. I don't know. Just not a lot of substance. Went on for quite a while. But it's not a lot of passion in it. I'm giving it a C+ overall NXT grade, a C. And yes, by the time you see this, Halloween Havoc, I think, is that one on Sunday or Saturday? I don't know. TNA's on, I have to figure that out. I think TNA's tonight and then Halloween Havoc's, no, usually they do. The WWE's on Saturday. Anyways, those two pay-per-views are going on this weekend. And yeah, I'm going to give you my predictions for both, even though they may already be over. One of them may already be over by the time you're seeing this. Well, you can tell me if I got it right or not. Halloween Havoc, NXT title, Devil's Playground. I think that's a Devil's Playground match. To be honest with you, I've been trying to follow along with NXT and TNA for that matter. It's been difficult of late. Been kind of a hard show to watch. But I'm doing my best to keep up with the product. Devil's Playground going Trick Williams retaining over Ethan Page. Just can't flip-flop the title back and forth too much or it loses some credibility. Same goes for the North American title. I say Tony D retains and Oba Femi moves on to the world title picture. Julian Vakor win tag team over Jaden Perez. I'll say that Andre Chase wins the ambulance match over Ridge Holland. You know, usually we see a lot of time baby faces come out on top eventually in the end and win the rivalry. So we get a happy ending, just like the movies. So even though Ridge, would make sense to keep him going, keep pushing him, and Andre Chase, not quite as high as him, hasn't ascended that high yet. But maybe this is what puts him there. So I'll go Andre Chase. And I'm going to say Kalani Jordan retains the North American Women's title. I think that's like a fatal four-way or something like that. Out of all those things going on in Halloween Havoc, definitely interested to see how that Devil's Playground goes. And I'm really interested to see Oba Femi. He's one of my favorites. Yeah, put him in the world title picture. And I think he should make his debut in WWE at next year's Royal Rumble. Eliminate about 7-8 guys and go down to at least final 4 or so would be pretty fantastic. I got high hopes for Oba Femi. Moving on to Dynamite AEW. They had Hangman leading it off, attacked by Colton Gunn after Hangman put Austin Gunn out, I believe, the week before. Jay White and company make the save. Pretty basic stuff. I am happy the Guns are getting more involved in maybe some prominent storylines. Go and see, though, for that opening segment. Really good match. Shelton Benjamin and Sammy Guevara. I was surprised to see how much Shelton dominated that match. Sammy did not get a whole lot of offense in. And man, it's just crazy how another ex-WWE guy beats up on an AEW original, but this made sense. Pushing that Hurt Syndicate pretty hard, and it sets up Shelton Benjamin and Strickland next week. And it's just amazing to see Shelton Benjamin still getting it done at his age. I looked it up last week. I know he's in his 50s. And it'll be a good little match with him and Swerve next week. Man, oh man, Kyle Fletcher cutting the promo on Ospreay, nominee for Promo of the Week. It was a damn fine promo. Little long, yes, but then he shaves his head. He doesn't want to be anything like Will Ospreay. His believability level through the roof, man, and the intensity on his face. He was believing every word that he said, and so was I, and so was that crowd. They were like, holy crap. It was great. Absolutely great. We'll see with the head shaving, because I think the hair was kind of part of his deal, but I get it. He doesn't want to look like Ospreay anymore. I wish that, kind of wish and kind of didn't wish, because I think it leaves that intrigue for next week if he would have finished the job on shaving his head. You guys see how I got my head shaved off, so I don't have to wear hats anymore, at least for now, until I'm, get a couple weeks into this thing, and I'm sure it'll grow back, and my hair will be all over the place, and I'm like, damn, got to put a hat back on. But we'll see. I kind of wish he would have went ahead, or at least have Don Callis shaved his head. Like, if he goes full bald like Don Callis, I hope that doesn't happen. Maybe about where I'm at, be fine. But goodness gracious, Kyle Fletcher is really on the come, guys. Absolutely. That was his best promo ever. Giving it an A-. We had Lance Archer and Brian Cage beat up on some jobbers. I like their finish, chokeslam powerbomb. I've always liked Lance Archer. Push him, push him, push, push, push him. Never liked Brian Cage, but I may end up liking him if these guys do get a good push. No grade, though, here. Too short. ROH World Title Ladder Wars nominee for Match of the Week. Mark Briscoe defending for the second time against Chris Jericho. And Mark actually got busted open here pretty bad. Pretty much towards the beginning of that match. Ladder clipped him. Didn't look horrible with it clipping him, but it clipped him just enough. And man, we see Briscoe get very, very upset, wanting to punish Chris Jericho after what he said about Mark's brother Jay. Rest in peace. And it cost him. It cost him. It didn't make any sense at all. Like, we're in a ladder match here. The object of the match is to climb the ladder and retain the title. In his case, or for Jericho to win the title, get up there and get the ladder. But the hatred that Briscoe had for Chris Jericho, wanting to punish him, got the best of him, so it played into the storyline, and commentary did a nice job of telling that story, so I forgive it. But it did cost Mark Briscoe in the end, and man, that froggy bow off the top of the ladder onto Jericho was sick. Absolutely sick. And you want to know what made it even better? Is nobody was holding the damn ladder. Thank you. Referees should never be holding the ladder. Yeah, if you're in a tag team match or one of your partners are out there, wants to hold it for you, fine. But officials, referees, should never be holding the ladder, and we see that all too often in AEW, and I'm glad we did not see it here. Big Bill helping Chris Jericho become the Nueve. Not bad, not bad. Some pretty wild table spots. I'm going B+. And that brings us to Adam Cole. Coming out there, cutting a promo, getting a little bit better than last week, which was pretty bad. Cole interrupted by the Undisputed Kingdom. And we get frickin' Maxwell Jacob Friedman on the video screen again, getting a massage. And I swear, Adam Cole said last week he wanted to take MJF out on his own, right? I thought that's what was said. Did he change his mind? Is the Undisputed Kingdom? Are they faces now? Okay. What are we doing here? MJF says whoever wins 3 matches first can have a match against him. Okay, cool, but supposed to be a heel. Not going to show up until the pay-per-view, though. Guess what? you risk him getting a pop for not being in front of the fans for a while. I mean, I get it, he's on TV, but what's going to happen? They see him, and when he actually comes out again, are they going to pop for him? I don't know. It's just not a way to heat up this rivalry by keeping MJF on the video board. It's already bad enough switching them guys between faces and heels and trying to continue that story. Not as bad as last week, but not a whole lot better. I'm going C. House of Black winning a squash match? Nope. No more than one squash match per show, please. F. Camille and Queen Amanada. Wanted to see Camille's progress here. And honestly, it was like, cool, Queen Amanada got the title match against Mercedes a week before. Usually they go in reverse. Usually you have the challenger beat the champion's lackey, and then they get a title shot or whatever. Maybe they're already getting a title shot, but they're going to go through them first, soften them up a little bit before the title shot. Well, this was in reverse. I mean, it made sense, though, because they didn't want Queen Amanada to win this thing. And like I said, I wanted to see how Camille was doing in her advancement, and to be honest with you, I thought she regressed. It did get better later in the match, but not a whole lot better. It just didn't have a great dance partner with Amanada. I don't think she's anywhere near being ready to be featured. And Camille has a lot of work to do. I was on the train for Camille. I loved her in NWA. But I'm off the train for now. See how she does next week against a much more formidable opponent in Chris Statlander. That'll be the real test. But I'm a little concerned for now. I'm hoping Camille can step up to the occasion. But my match grade here, I'm going D. D as in dog. All right. We already did that gimmick once. Why am I doing it again? We had Christian hitting the kill switch on Hook. Christian, the one who attacked Hook's dad, Taz, it looked like. I don't think they really made that totally clear, but that's what we said. Oh, found out. Saw it on the security footage. I don't know. Then it was just kind of odd. Kip Sabian helping out with a low blow. I mean, I get it. He was running from Christian. I'm not sure why. Did he still have the pin? Maybe I missed something there, but did he still have the pin? Is that why he was running from it? He's got to get the pin. Sign something. Forget exactly what. I don't know. AEW stories sometimes a little bit all over the place. But he came Sabian with a low blow. It was interesting. Interesting, for sure. I'm into it. I give it a B. Private Party winning again. Just waiting on Mox and company, though. That was the main event. Private Party getting the win. AEW faithful waiting in the parking lot. Private Party gets the mics, wanting another match with the Young Bucks. Private Party, or Young Bucks didn't want to have anything to do with it, but Private Party gives them a little incentive to accept the match. It says if we don't win the titles, that they will break up. I don't see them breaking up. Either one of those guys, I think, are worthy enough, God bless them, of having a singles run. So does that mean they're going to win the titles? You would think that. We shall see. Going B on the match. Aftermath. We had a car pulling up, but it's just Marina Shafir in it. Guess she dropped the other guys off on the other side of the arena. And we get a beat down in the ring from the new version of the BCC. Orange Cassidy comes out. He's staring at Chuck's head in the chair, but Orange was too late. As they, I believe they hit Chuck. I don't remember seeing it, but Orange was too late. He's just staring at him. Buck's just waiting again. Just looking on again, not getting involved. They're bad guys for now. More good stuff with this story. It's one of my favorite in all of wrestling right now. And AEW needs this story. It's good. I think it's got legs if they do it right. My final after-match segment, I'm going A. Overall, Dynamite. I thought it was up from last week. I'm going to go B for the first time in a while. I'm going to grade Dynamite pretty darn close to Monday Night Raw. Do I have any faith it will happen again next week? No, I do not. But let's hope and pray that they can consistently start staying at that B- or up. Best of Dynamite, top 4. Let's go in reverse order here, get a little excitement level to it. Number 4, Christian lays out Hook. Number 3, Jericho wins the ROH title. Number 2, I just really love Kyle Fletcher's promo, him cutting his hair. Probably should flip-flop them, but I'm not going to. Just kind of subdued inning with Jericho winning. And then number 1, I'm going Mox & Company. Again, continues to be the best thing in all Elite Wrestling. TNA Impact go-home show for the biggest show of the year this weekend, Bound for Glory. The weekend, that's now, if you're watching this on the weekend. Best of top 3 for TNA. Josh Alexander beating Jonathan Gresham in a solid match, B+. Hardys and ABC beat the System, B. Double contract signing for the men's and women's titles. I'm going C+ for that. I just don't like the fact you got 4 faces in the ring cutting promos. There's no animosity. There's no hatred. There's no heat going on. There's a lot of pretty much respect. Wasn't a fan of it. Overall, C+ for TNA. Let's see. Let's take a quick look. Well, I guess not. I didn't write all the notes down. I'll try to remember a few off the top of my head for TNA. I'm definitely going to go. I just don't. I'm sorry, but I'm not a believer in Joe Hendry. He's all right. But I just don't think he's next level to win that TNA championship. I think you got to keep running with the one-man, Nick Nemeth. He's money. He draws for the company. I don't know. You could say I might kind of believe him. Joe Hendry flash in the pan. Perhaps. I do like him though, and hope he does well. I don't know. I'm just not into his gimmick. And the women's, Masha Slamovich has come a long way, but I think you got to keep it on Jordynne Grace here. But I would not be surprised if either one of them lost. But I'm going Jordynne Grace in that one. What's another one? Oh, we got the Monsters Ball. That's right. PCO and Matt Cardona. That should be pretty good. Love me some PCO. I don't know exactly where they're at in the story in that one, but I'm going to go PCO. Moving on to SmackDown. Starting the show, Randy Orton, his music hits. He's trying to talk to Triple H before his music hits, and it all tied in with what Triple H was saying earlier with, well, you're late for work. We'll talk about that later because Randy Orton just showed up. You're like, crap, I'm late. I didn't even get a chance to talk to Triple H before the show started. I'm going to talk to him now while my music's playing. Triple H is like, just go to the ring, man. Just go to the ring. Like, well, and then that also kind of didn't make any sense because why is he going to the ring other than to call out Triple H, which he did to try to get his match. And, man, I thought Orton convincing Paul, Triple H, Levesque to give him the match against Kevin Owens at Crown Jewel was excellent. Triple H gave some great reasons, said he wants to protect Randy from KO because something snapped in Kevin Owens in his eyes. Triple H, well, Paul Levesque still at this point is like, Randy, I just got you back. I mean, he's been back for quite a decent while now, but Paul Levesque was like, Randy, I just got you back. I don't want to lose you again, man. And getting hurt against KO. I'm like, all right, fairly believable. But then Randy Orton convinces him because he's like, where's I want Triple H. I didn't come out here to talk. I didn't call you out here to talk to Paul Levesque. Come out here to talk to Triple H. Triple H ends up agreeing, giving him the match. I don't think they necessarily need to have Triple H on there every week, but when you can involve him a little bit in storylines when it makes sense like this, please do. Give him that an A-. And then we had Game 7. Oh, man, Game 7. Oh, yeah, the best thing in sports is nothing like it. It's Game 7, baby. At LA Knight getting involved and ends up ringing the bell and ruining Game 7 between Carmelo and Andrade. And it was just weird, first of all, before we get to the end, LA Knight's wearing the belt as he's trying to referee. I think he took it off eventually, and the jacket. I didn't like that. Good, I get on him for trying something different, I guess, but I didn't like it. If you would have said the winner of this match gets a championship match, that's the stipulation, and you want to have him wear the belt, I guess, sure, but they didn't even say for sure that the winner of this match was going to get a title match, which was just kind of wonky. And LA Knight's lucky he didn't get booed. I think if this is AEW, he most likely would have. You freaking ruined Game 7, man. I'll tell you how I would have booked it. I would have booked a fake double 10 count where LA Knight's at 9 and he's like, no, we can't have it in this way. And he picks both guys up off the mat, puts them each in their corner and tells them to finish it. And I would have put Carmelo over clean. Would have been great for him to win his first big rivalry. I don't think it would have hurt Andrade that much. Maybe it would have, but I don't care. I'm pushing Carmelo, having him go over clean in Game 7. If they wanted to do kind of what they did, but have a clean finish, you know, LA Knight got bumped, you know, so he got involved with both guys. I would have had LA Knight, you know, once he hits BFTs on them both, pick them both up, put them in the corners, just like I said, and then tell them to finish it. They both guys could turn over and kind of look at him and want to beat him up and be like, nope, finish the match. Finish the match. And then LA Knight could have said right there, winner gets the title shot. Finish the match, guys. And I still would have put Carmelo Hayes over clean. Not what happened. I do understand what happened. They wanted to set up the triple threat match at Crown Jewel. Totally okay with that. But not in Game 7. Not a fan. What are we going to go to Game 8 now? We're tied at 3, but we're on Game 8. How does that work? Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, and then LA Knight just going over there and ringing the bell, like, he had to have known that what was going to happen. That Pierce would end up, or I guess it's all this on SmackDown, would end up making a triple threat match. So I thought it made LA Knight look kind of dumb and risks him getting booed, but thankfully that didn't happen, I guess. I'm going C- for that. Naomi and Candice, sorry, I'm not into Candice. I skipped to the last few minutes after watching Naomi's entrance. Naomi wins, Bayley returns. And after Indy Hartwell got involved, from what I saw, it was okay. Crowd kind of into it at times, not in and at others. No grade, though. I was a-clicking. We had Cody and Gunther promo. I thought it was significantly better than their previous one. It was longer, too, it felt like. I mean, I'm still not that much into the Crown Jewel title. To me, it's just kind of a trophy. I don't think it'll get defended. And it even looks like a trophy, how tall that thing is, how skinny it is. Yeah, it's a belt, but doesn't it look like a trophy when they hit it just right with the camera angle? I think it does. Not into necessarily that Crown Jewel championship. We'll see. Maybe I get there and maybe they hold it up. And I'm like, all right. And maybe the match is great. And I'm like, all right, cool. It's still, at the end of the day, to me, it's kind of a trophy. But I'll tell you what, man. Cody and Gunther going back and forth at each other was solid gold, man. Great. Loved it. Nominee for Promo of the Week. And it was good to see Kaiser after Cody took the first shot. Cody's like, you want to see some guts? You want to see some guts? It's dropping the mic and taking the first shot. Bam, bam, bam. And then we see Kaiser get involved. Orton makes the save. I'm grading that A. And then, man, just some really incredible surprises on SmackDown. Motor City Machine Guns #1 contenders match. 2-0 in WWE. Good deal. At that point in time, they were. After winning that match, I liked it. Somebody new getting a shot. They beat DIY. That was a really good match, man. Breath of fresh air and a long time coming for Motor City Machine Guns to get a chance at the WWE Tag Team Championships. And but I didn't think it was going to be on the same night. That first match, great. I'm going B. Then we see the Bloodline come out there with Motor City after the break. I'm like, wow, all right. Motor City Machine Guns got mics in their hands. Like, we're doing something here. And Solo out there getting major heat. Bloodline says, let's have the titles match right now. And Aldous was out there. I was kind of like, why is he out there? I guess just to kind of stop them guys from fighting. I don't know. Well, he was out there to try to convince the Motor City Machine Guns. He was talking to Solo and company, saying, hey, now these guys just got here. They earned their shot. They're not going to have to fight another match. This is a long time coming for them, whatever he said. I'm paraphrasing. We're not going to do that right now. Motor City Machine Guns were like, hey, yeah, we are. We want it right now. And they give it to us. And my first thought before that match even starts is, Jey Uso's going to cost the Bloodline the tag team titles. And he did. And they booked it amazingly. We saw Jimmy, Roman get involved. They fight Fatu and Solo to the back. And then we seen Jey come out and indeed cost the Bloodline, the Tongans, Tongaloa, Tonga. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. You are no longer tag team champions. That's the Motor City Machine Guns, 3-0 as tag team champions in WWE. I know a lot of people will say, way too soon for them. They just got here, but they waited a long time to get there. I loved it. I'm extremely happy for them. And the way they did it made 1,000% legitimacy to adding to the story. Made sense. Bloodline cost Jey the IC title. He cost them the tag team title. We keep moving the story. Train on the track, moving down the tracks. Oh yeah, keep that going. It was done very, very well. And then we see Motor City Machine Guns get their moment. And then here comes Jimmy Uso stumbling back through the curtain onto the stage, makes his way to the ring, and I'm just like, don't say anything, just hug. Blow the roof off the place, just hug. And they do, and they did. Oh, man. And then to add the little cherry on top, Roman Reigns. You want me to tune in next week? You betcha. Have Roman Reigns come back out too, looking a little gassed from fighting. I guess they got the better of the Bloodline in the back, or the Bloodline just ran off and escaped somehow. I don't know. We didn't see any of that. Wish maybe we would have, but I also am glad they didn't do that so it wouldn't take away from Motor City Machine Guns moment. And so we've seen Roman come back out, the mixed emotions on his face. It was great, man. That was match of the night, just with everything, how it was booked. And I'm not going to throw anything afterwards. I'll throw what happened afterwards with the hug and Roman coming back out. Make that an A+. I'm going to make the match and how it was booked an A-. And, yeah, it was just great, man, because I thought the show was over. Motor City Machine Guns win. I thought it was over. And Jimmy coming back. Holy cow. Another good surprise on SmackDown. Best of overall for SmackDown. I'm going Randy and Triple H, Cody and Gunther. I'm going down from 4-1 here. Number 2, Motor City Machine Guns winning the titles, and then the Uso hug and Roman Reigns out there looking at him. That is my best of SmackDown, and that brings us to best of the week. And I am going Friday Night SmackDown. I am going to give it... I just really liked the surprises. Thought there was a lot of good promos, some few decent matches. I'm going to go A-? A-? I'm going to give it an A. Why not? I always try to talk myself out of these things. Just I'm like, people are going to think, oh, people are not going to think it's that good. I'm giving it an A. Let me know what you guys thought. What are you grading SmackDown this week? And was it your favorite show of the week? It absolutely was mine. I'm taking a cop-out for second. I'm going Raw and Dynamite tie-in. And then NXT followed by Impact. And that brings us to Match of the Week, Promo of the Week, Best of Overall of the Week. Number 5, Match of the Week, I'm going Shelton Benjamin and Sammy Guevara. I'm going number 4, Motor City Machine Guns and DIY. Number 3, I'm going Motor City and the Bloodline. I know that Motor City DIY was probably better just in-ring on paper, definitely. But with the way it was booked in advancing the Bloodline storyline, and giving Motor City Machine Guns an incredible moment, I'm going that tag title match. Number 2, I really enjoyed Ladder Wars. I mean, I'm a sucker for some ladder matches. This was Ladder Wars. All kinds of ladders for that ROH title. And then number 1, I'm going that Intercontinental Championship title match. Love seeing Braun Breaker be the Intercontinental Champion again. And that set up everything that happened for the week. So, yeah, I loved it. As far as promos of the week, just going to give you my top 3. I'm going Kyle Fletcher at number 3. Number 2, Orton and Triple H. I mean, if I'm being honest, I was really happy for Fletcher. Knocked it out of the park. But, you know, he's not on the star power level of a Randy Orton and Triple H. We don't get to see Triple H come out and really get involved too much that often. So I was pleased to see that. Number 1, I'm going Cody and Gunther from SmackDown. Overall best of. Let's see how many moments we got here. I got 8. Number 8, I'm going Kyle Fletcher cutting his hair. John Moxley and Company's destruction at the end of Dynamite. Number 7. Number 6, I'm going Bronson Reed, Seth Rollins brawl. Number 5, got Cody and Gunther's promo. Number 4, that ROH Ladder Wars Championship match. Number 3, the Machine Guns winning the title with the help of Jey Uso. Number 2, that Intercontinental title match. And my number 1 overall best of favorite moment of the week was that hug between Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso. They ain't no more yeet, no yeet, no. We yeetin', boys. Yeet, 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 yeet. You betcha. That's the show for this week. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please, I'm not going to have time to get into my top 10s. It's been way too long here. Way too long. But that's all right. If you're stuck with me for all this long, I really appreciate it. I'm going to try to hammer it down, keep it a little shorter on my reviews of the shows, but God, I just love it so much. I love talking about it, and I can't help myself, guys. But if you want to check out my top 10 rankings, it probably will be Monday afternoon at the latest before I get those new TRP rankings up, because I got to go to work, got to pay some bills. Thank you for watching. Much obliged. Like, follow, subscribe, all that good jazz. Yeah. God bless.